Jenny, as Community and Events Manager here, tell us a little bit about Barts Charity.
Okay, so Barts Charity is the charity that supports Barts Health NHS Trust. We have 5 hospitals within the trust that we support. So there's St Bartholomew's Hospital, there's the Royal London Hospital in Whitechapel, there's Whipps Cross Hospital in Leytonstone, Mile End Hospital just in Stepney, and then we've also got Newham Hospital, which Newham as a borough is one of the hardest hit places for COVID-19 in all of the UK.
So your staff in those 5 hospitals have done an amazing job.
They've done an incredible job. We're really, really proud, and we've been entirely overwhelmed by the public support that we've received from sort of mid-March to now, really.
And where would this donation go?
So we're putting the donation, the very kind donation from Spire, into our general COVID-19 emergency appeal fund. So from that, we've already funded a number of things to help in the really urgent days. So we funded £80,000 worth of iPads so that people could have a call with their relative, because obviously they've not been allowed in. We've funded 3D PPE visors. We funded wellness hubs for all of the staff at the various hospitals, and much more. And then over the coming week, we're about to make more announcements on what we'll be funding.
Now, I heard a little bit about that. That's about the psychology for your staff, isn't it? Psychological support.
So next week, we're making an announcement about the psychological support programme that we've just funded, or we've agreed funding to. It's a comprehensive psychological support programme, because we realise that the staff have been under an immense amount of pressure, not just with what they're seeing on the wards, but many of them have had to stay in hotels or away from their family to shield them. So they've dealt with a hugely stressful situation, and then they haven't had the support systems that they would need normally to cope with that. Or, like we had one doctor who said it's strange to finish a night shift and not go out for breakfast with your colleagues to kind of decompress, because they're not, the cafes have been shut, they're not allowed to do that. So I think the psychological support and all of the other welfare announcements next week are going to be game-changing in how we support the staff. There's over 17,000 staff in the trust. They've all been heroic, and because of the generosity of people, we're able to do this, and it's an exciting time, and we just want to know that we've done something tangible to support the very people who have helped some of the sickest patients in the UK right now.
Thank you so much for that.
Right, and thank you so much to Spire for your very, very generous donation. We really do appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much for recommending this hospital for support, because it's a wonderful hospital making a big difference.
They are making a big difference. They're one of 2 hospitals that have covered the whole of London for surgical operations during COVID, and the dedication that the staff have shown has just been humbling, and we are so grateful to them. Edward and myself, and I'm sure many people in the UK, remain so humbled by everything that they've done through this period.
The Boostcasts have been all about traumatic change. And as a leader of people, how's that been for you, Johnny?
I think it's been incredibly hard for me as a person, but it's also been really hard for the team. The 6 people that I look after in the region, they've been massively selfless in their approach to COVID-19. They've still continued to go out and cover cases. So we can only thank them for doing that, for putting themselves on the front line in order to treat these patients with aortic stenosis.
So it's a different process and procedure from the structural heart team, and your team is going into theatre.
We are needed in the cath lab environment to support the case clinically, to help crimp the valve in order for that patient to then receive their aortic valve replacement.